Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Renovating My Renaissance Boba Fett. This episode, I'm going to play around with some leather. So I've never worked with just like a sheet of leather before, so this will be a first time. So I've been deterring the cats from chewing that up for a few weeks now. I've had it for a few weeks and I haven't done anything yet. I just have not had the time. And frankly, I've been a little scared of this one because if I mess this one up, then this whole video will be a waste. And the money I spent on the leather will be a waste. So yeah, that's gonna be the fun part. What we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be making the front breastplate and then the back plate, and those will be connected over the shoulders with straps, and then there'll be a buckle underneath the arms as well. So the whole thing can be connected, but easy to put on and take off. So how am I gonna do that, you might ask? Well, much like how I made this, I'm gonna do it again, only this time on the dummy. I'm gonna wrap them in the plastic wrap, put a layer of duct tape over that, and then I'm gonna take a Sharpie and I'm gonna measure out on half of the torso where I want the plate to go. And then when I mark that on the leather, I'll just flip that sheet of paper over, or flip that duct tape piece over, and I'll trace it so it's mirrored. So I'll have two identical pieces encompassing the whole front, and I'll do the same thing with the back. So the first part of this video is gonna be getting that all situated on the dummy here. So in addition to the sheet of 6-ounce veg tan leather that I'm using.
Congratulations, you won. Congratulations, you won.
I've also got a roll of a lot smaller leather, and this is gonna be what's used for the over the shoulder straps and the under the arm straps. Someone is having a grand old time over here. Now I also have an edge beveler. This will be used when I cut out the actual pieces from the leather. When I cut out the pieces from the leather, I'll use this edge beveler and just kind of round it off on the side or on the edge so it doesn't get sharp. Yeah. I've got 3 packages of rivets. Now these will be used essentially to tie the pieces together. I won't be able to put them together unless I punch a hole in it, put the rivet in, and we'll tie it in. I purchased 4 buckles that will fit the leather straps. One here, one here, one here, one here. And then the last thing that I have, because obviously this leather color isn't the final product, that's not what I want it to look like. I've got some dark brown leather dye. So this is a process that might take me a day or two if I'm being honest. Since this is my first time working with leather, I don't want to rush into anything. So I really want to take my time with this one. What do you think, Hera? Can I do it all tonight? She does not care remotely whatsoever. All right, with the boring stuff out of the way, let's get to work. All right, so I know it doesn't look like I did much overall, but there is a new layer of tape over this guy, and there's a layer of plastic wrap underneath. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Sharpie and I'm gonna sketch out where I want that plate to go. All right, it might be a little hard to see, but I have marked out halfway on each side where I want that chest plate to go. This one's a little less clean of a line, but if there's a side I'm worried about being cleaner on this platform, it's the front. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut this layer off, cut this piece out, trace it onto the leather, do the duplication, trace it onto the leather, and cut it out. It's like a big duct tape corset. let's cut it out. All right, so I've got half of the front, and I've got half of the back. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna trace out both sides of the front first and just completely take care of that and see how it goes. And then I'll do the back once the front is finished. All right, so unfortunately I didn't record the actual applying of the leather dye to the leather.
Boo! You stink!
It smelled so bad I had to do it outside. Didn't want to film outside, I guess, so just didn't cross my mind. But I did get the pieces cut out and they are dyed. Now the leather is still drying. You can see I went over with multiple coats. So it's gonna come through as like a lighter brown, but it's still got a lot of dark brown on it. But this piece is gonna go right here. The back piece, which obviously goes on the back. And then I went ahead and I applied the dye to the big strap that I have. So I'm gonna let these sit overnight and we'll come back to it and we will start punching holes and riveting and putting it together. 2, 1. Welcome back. I'll be honest, it's been a couple weeks. I've been pretty busy. Here we are, stepping back into it. Got the leather pieces all cut out, they're all dry. So what we'll do next is we'll take the plates, we'll take the straps, we'll fasten the straps to the plates so they can go over the shoulder and connect to the back, and then we'll put the straps on for under the arms themselves to make it nice and secure. Now I've got those pieces. It's the first time I'm gonna be doing something like this, so could be some issues, might mess up a little bit. That's okay, it's part of the learning experience. Side note, I got a new tattoo since I did the last part. It's the Mandalorian Mythosaur skull, and I really like it. I think it looks really good. It's healed really nicely. Just finished the peeling process, which was kind of gross, but I really like it. I think it looks great. All right, so we've got the goals. Let's get to work. So, a couple things with the leather. My leather was too thick to grommet the pieces together. So what you might have noticed in the video is I grommeted the straps separately. So this strap right here technically is completely separate from the two armor plates. There's the leather strap or rope connecting them, but ideally I would have liked to have the same grommet holding both pieces of leather together. Unfortunately, my leather was too thick for the grommets that I had to be able to stack them both on top of each other. So what I did was I grommeted the plate and I grommeted the strap, and then I tied those grommets together. Is it what I wanted to do? No, it was not. But I think it looks fine. I think it works. Another thing, it is too tight for me to just slide it on. This strap right here, this is the tie mark. This is gonna have to be tied and untied when putting it on. Otherwise, it's not gonna get over my torso because this is just too tight of a fit to just squeeze it on. So it's gonna have to be when I wanna put it on, I untie this, slip it on, tie it again. Because initially I was gonna do the buckles, but the buckles ended up not being what I needed for this outfit. It would have made it a little bit more difficult of a build. And I'm not trying to do the most difficult thing. This is my first time working with leather, so I'll take what I got. So what to expect in the next video for the actual green armor plating. I really like how the shoulder, or not the shoulders, but the arm pieces came out with the green and the weathering. So I'm really gonna try to capture that look. But for the meantime, thanks for watching. I don't know when the next video is gonna come out. I start rehearsals tomorrow for White Christmas at Shine Mission Theater in the Park. So it might be another minute before I get a video out. But that's okay, because like I talked about in the first one, RenFest is in September, so theoretically I've got months. I got months and months and months. Months and months and months. Thank you for watching. May the force be with you.